Call the meeting to order for December 10th. Roll call, please.
Mr. Martin?
Here.
Mr. Spence?
Here.
Dr. Ross?
Here.
Administrator?
Present.
Mayor?
Here.
Solicitor?
Present.
Fiscal Officer present, Mrs. Dameron?
Here.
Mr. Maturin?
Here.
Mr. Merriman? Absent.
Everyone please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have the minutes before you from our November 19th meeting. A motion be in order to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Thank you. One abstention. A person appearing before council tonight, I'd like to invite Commissioner-elect Mr. Morelli forward, please. Before you get started, congratulations. And I know, just from knowing you in the past, and many of the council members know you from the past, that you'll be a great addition to the county offices. And we're here to work with you and help in any way that we can. And you can always reach out to us, and we like that open door policy. All right.
Thanks, Mayor. I appreciate that. Thanks, everyone. I was thinking on my drive here, a couple things. I was running late. It's a lot easier to speed on Fernwood Road since it's fixed than it was. So thanks for getting that.
Well, tell your brother, please.
I wasn't speeding. I was just
But tell your brother, because he's been on me for years.
He'll complain about something. And it doesn't
I
matter.
agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one.
No, that's great. Thanks for getting that done. I know it was a lot of hard work. When I was here, I guess 10 months ago, 11 months, I think this was the first stop on my campaign trail. I'm almost positive it's the first group that I spoke to. And one of the things I said then is one of the main questions I got as I toured the county, and I put a lot of miles on my car, over 16,000 in 10 months. I know the county, I know roads that I didn't know were there. But one of the questions I always got, no matter where I went, is, when you get elected, are you ever going to come back? And my answer always was yes. And what I told you folks who were here then, I said, I said that Wintersville is very important, not just to me because I live here, I have a business here, but because you're important to, the reason I ran is I want to make this county better. And Wintersville plays a big part in that. And I'm not going to hold you long. I want to tell you, I don't mean that you didn't in the past, but you have a friend in the commissioner's office. And as Mayor said, for me to reach out, I want you folks to reach out to me if there's anything I can do. I want to keep the lines open. I'm open for ideas. I told you then, and I'll tell you now, I'm not a politician. I'm a retired businessman. I like to get things done, and I'm not afraid to work. And I need guidance from my network, and you're all part of that. So again, thanks. And really, you were the first group I talked to, and it's the first group. I'm going to do the same tour again. I talked to every township and every council in the county, and I promised I'd be back, so I'm going to do that everywhere. And I thought that's all I was going to bring up. And this might not be the right time, but and maybe I can get pictures to one of you guys. But I own a building on Church Street where you're putting the sewers in, and I don't know if this is the right time. Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay. And
I'll just tell you no.
Huh?
I'll just tell you no.
Yeah, that's fine. You can boot me out. I think it's Border Construction that's putting sewers down there.
Their contract with us, yes.
Yeah. No, so if you take a ride by there, and I know Mayor Gale and a couple of you been involved before with some other issues, and I thank you because we got them taken care of. But I've been there in the last couple of months, and they're parking huge pieces of equipment on my asphalt parking lot. I went there the other day, and there's 4 or 5 trucks and another big piece of equipment. And I didn't say, I actually had to move some equipment the other day. The lot needs repaved, and I was planning on doing it this year until this thing COVID came. I'm almost afraid to do it now because and the mayor knows this, the traffic on Church Street, if you're going in west, I believe, you're on my parking lot. You think you're in the road, but you actually, 90% of the traffic goes on my parking lot to, so they don't run over a grate that the village put in years ago. So I guess all I'm asking for, maybe take a look at it, whoever does that. Walt, I think it'd be a great job for Mattern, Councilman Mattern. He's got time. If they're going to go back and repave, I would think they're going to do some, I don't want my lot refixed, but I do have pictures, and I can pretty easily show you they did some damage in it. Again, I don't want it like dug down in a base, but if they can maybe fix what they did tear up, I would appreciate it.
I'll have an administrator who works with them
perfect.
look into that.
Like I said, I didn't even think of that.
The other thing I think you and I had talked about in the past, and again, I'll get with the chief, and I, give councils to hear this. I think that road is very narrow in spots, and I really think at the far end, it's one way. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about I think we ought to think about making it one way, period, the entire road, all going westbound. And it's something we could talk about, or it would be an inconvenience to the apartments, probably, because they wouldn't be able to go right, but they can go left, and there's a couple streets that they can go off of that road already. They don't need to go all the way west end to go east. But I think if you go down there and drive that, it is kind of dangerous when two cars are coming together, and he has cars parked where they're allowed to be parked. So I told you in the past we would look into that. So
I think that might be a good idea to look at that, Mayor.
all right, yes.
I think the one time we was over there was some drainage issues with that. The water just wasn't going to the drain.
Yeah, but
and then
that's-
they avoid the drain and go into the parking lot. So, listen, I can remember this vaguely a little bit now.
Well, that's a different subject.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah.
That I think he needs to pave partial of that road that goes to the back, because you're not going to divert all that water, and it's going and washing the gravel around, and he's lower.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, water goes downhill. I can't get it to go uphill.
And we're going to do that.
If I could, I would.
No, yeah, I know, and we're going to do that. It is a separate issue, Jace.
Yeah.
The village, I don't know how many years ago, I've owned the building since 2012, put a drain right through, I guess, for lack of knowing what I'm talking about, but it's a great.
There's a storm drain there.
Okay, storm. So all the traffic doesn't want to hit that, so they swing into my parking lot.
Yeah.
And actually, I could park cars, my property goes to the middle of the road. So if you drew if there was a line that separated north or east and west, I could park and legally be on my property. We don't. We just live with it. So the village has always been good and receptive to us, so.
I'm real confident that Walt will get with you here shortly and try to come up with a few ideas and a few proposals. I just want to wish you the best of luck in the future here with the commissioners. Seriously, there is a lot of common goals with the village of Wintersville and within the county. And we definitely look forward to working with you to make Wintersville and the county a better place.
Likewise.
Well, I congratulate you too, Mr. Morelli. And I'll, in future endeavors, I will have some meetings with you on a couple things that have been crossing my mind.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Great. And Councilman Martin, I'm glad to see you're back in action.
Yeah, back in next. I told them they ain't gonna keep me down forever.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're glad to see you
All right,
back.
thank
Feeling
Thank
better.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Congrats, Tony.
Have a nice Christmas,
All
everybody.
right, you too, Merry Christmas.
All right, reading of ordinances and resolutions.
We have a number of them tonight. The first is, I think they're all second reads, except for the last two.
yes.
The last one. 2020-18 is an ordinance to approve temporary appropriation for fiscal year 2021. I know that has to be passed tonight.
I need a motion to suspend the rules.
So move.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Ordinance 2020-18 is an ordinance to approve temporary appropriations for fiscal year 2021. That's third read.
Motion to approve ordinance 2020-18.
So move.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Ordinance
passes.
2020-20. An ordinance amending various sections of codified ordinance 94102 and repealing section 94106 of the codified ordinances. So
Motion be in
second
order to
read.
suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Ordinance 2020-20, ordinance amending various sections of codified ordinance 94102 and repealing section 94106 of the codified ordinances.
Motion to approve ordinance 2020-20.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Ordinance 2020-21, ordinance enacting new section 933.02A4 of the codified ordinances.
Motion be in order to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Ordinance number 2020-21, an ordinance enacting new section 933.02A4 of the codified ordinances.
Motion in order to approve 2020-21.
So moved.
Second.
Comments, questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Resolution 2020-22, authorizing the political subdivision to participate in the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program.
Motion to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Resolution 2020-22, authorizing political subdivision to participate in the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program. Second read, third read, Resolution 2020-22, authorizing the political subdivision to participate in the State of Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program.
Motion to approve resolution 2020-22.
So moved. Second.
Comments, questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Resolution 2020-23, a resolution authorizing the Village of Wintersville to apply, accept, and enter into a water pollution fund agreement on behalf of the Village of Wintersville for planning, design, and/or construction of the sanitary sewer system rehabilitation project Phase 6 and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan.
Motion be to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin? Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Second read 2020-23, a resolution authorizing the Village of Wintersville to apply, accept, and enter into a water pollution fund agreement on behalf of the Village of Wintersville for planning, design, and/or construction of the sanitary sewer system rehabilitation project 6 and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan. Third read resolution number 2020-23 is a resolution authorizing the Village of Wintersville to apply, accept, and enter into a water pollution fund agreement on behalf of the Village of Wintersville for planning, design, and/or construction of the sanitary sewer system rehabilitation project Phase 6 and designate a dedicated repayment source for the loan.
Motion to approve resolution 2020-23.
So moved. Second.
Comments, questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron? Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Thank you. Motion passes. That's it for resolutions and ordinances. You want to pass on that? Thanks, please. Before you have the monthly mayor's report, court report for mayor's court. You have a total received of $6,320.50. Village received $5,319.50. State $906, and other $995. You have a police report for the month of November, 154 complaints, 283 incoming calls, 14 accidents, 21 cases, 24 alarm calls, 4 juvenile cases, 15 traffic arrests, 9 criminal possessions, 1 vehicle impound, 71 auxiliary hours, 2 canine uses. Old money received through fines, $370 for the month of November. Gives a total for the year of $7,011.04. You have licenses of $825, permits of $625, for a total of $1,450. All right, that is the mayor's report. We are going to ask the administrator's report. Please be kind to him. The team beat his team this week, so he's a little bit upset, so we'll try to get through this.
Lost to a team with no name, however.
That's right.
No name.
Like a horse with no name. Go ahead.
First item, I'm going to rant a little bit on electronic submittals. The Knolls, Moon Valley and Rex water line plan, we We're ready to submit to the EPA, had our 3 sets of plans, and come to find out no one is working where we're supposed to send them, so they emailed me everything has to be submitted electronically. Please see the new procedures and it's a 126-character email thing to type into. Ms. McDivitt ended up getting them on a thumb drive or some kind of little thing, and he and Tammy ended up being able to submit them electronically. Now I find out Ohio Public Works is doing the same thing. The new word is a portal. Everybody's having a portal. Please click to the link below. That'll tell you how to search for it. Follow the instructions. Remember, we telework, so you can't call us, but you can contact us and then there's the email address again. Completely useless. I'm thinking about filing an age discrimination lawsuit.
The abacus has been outlawed too.
This is,
so
well,
you're
look
coming
how many
along.
people they put out of work by doing that. Okay, anyhow, enough of that. Garbage pickup for the holidays. December 24th is a Thursday, Christmas is on a Friday. Both days will be picked up on the 24th. The same for New Year's, the 31st and the 1st is a Friday. All those will be picked up on the 31st. Since we had a little bit of snow and a few complaints a week or so ago, I just wanted to stick in everyone's packet our snow removal parking ordinance. It doesn't say 2 inches or 9 inches. It just says if any snow falls on a street, residents must move their cars to their driveways for the safety of them and our drivers. So please, the next snowfall, urge all residents to put your vehicles in your driveway off the streets. And along with that, Council, we lost a CDL driver we just hired that first snow because of the steepness of our hills and whatnot. I'd like authorization to hire a seasonal employee, $14 an hour. He has a Class A CDL. He does not need insurance, but he'd be seasonal anyhow, work as we need him. At this time, we don't plan to fill this position full-time, at least until possibly late next year. We'll see how this works out. But he does have experience snow plowing.
You have somebody already?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
We need this to be retroactive to Monday.
So we need to vote on that?
Yes. Well, because we're creating a position, a seasonal employee position
Pay rate,
in a pay rate. What is the rate?
$14 an hour.
$14 an hour, no health care, and we're not going to fill the permanent full-time position.
Correct.
Okay, and this starts as of
Monday. whatever
Monday, this
is.
past Monday?
The 7th, yes.
Okay. Make a motion to hire this person as a seasonal driver at $14 an hour, and no health insurance.
I'll second it.
Comments or questions?
Well, when you do that, do you do a background MVR, all that
It's
stuff?
all
on
done.
that?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
all
all
done.
solid.
Drug and alcohol test prior to
Yeah.
employment also, hiring.
Okay.
And this is a previous employee as well, so we already know his work ethic. And he actually did this route before, so we're very confident.
Okay.
Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Okay, several more items that are not on your list. One, I want to have our annual safety meeting for the guys, just to come up on some things with digging in trenches, and then also the COVID spraying and things we've been working on. We generally have some sort of a pizza or sandwich. I like to have a pizza luncheon, not to spend more than $250 for this safety meeting.
I'll make a motion, spend no more than $200 for safety.
250.
250? 250, okay.
It probably
250.
won't be near
I'll
that.
second
but
it.
Comments or questions?
What was the date on it? Did you
It'll
say?
be the 17th, next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
And there will be social distancing.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's it going to be at? Right here.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Okay, also at this time of year, we generally give gift cards to all the employees, $25 gift cards. This year, because of everyone working exceptionally hard and well due to the COVID, we've saved some money in expenses. I'd like to give everyone a $50 gift card this year just to help them out for all the good and reward them for all the good work they've done this year.
Well, I think that's admirable, but that's not really partially the conversation you and I had. So I'd like to just adjust that just a little bit.
Okay.
All right? We always give 25, all right? And we always have a luncheon for them and let them leave on 12 o'clock or when work's over on Christmas Eve. So because of COVID, we can't bring them in to have a lunch. So what I would suggest is we would add the 25 so they could get Kroger's food or something for their family, so we would make it a total of 50, being that we weren't going to have a luncheon. And authorize that they can leave once they're, if they can leave and their job doesn't hold them here, that we allow that. So that's what we've done in the past. So I need a motion for that.
I'll make the motion to $50 gift card and leave when your job's allow them to leave. You second that, Randy?
Yeah,
Just a
I
second.
knew he was going to go on.
And again, for example, let's say they leave at noon.
Yeah.
We get snow that hits us at 1 o'clock. And we have to call people up for snow. They don't get paid overtime. You know, they still, it's part of their day, you know, and they're needed employees. Okay? That's how we've always done it. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're down to two more short items. One, it's already figured in the budget, but the health insurance increase for now is 9%. It's about an extra $30,000 a year. Our broker, who we're dealing with, is trying to lower them to near 0% increase because we had a fairly decent year. We haven't heard back from him yet on that, so we have a little bit of leeway there.
Well, what we would like for council to is authorization to renew at the current provider, because we don't want to switch providers right now in the midst of this COVID. And that would be allowing this administration to approve that contract as long as it does not exceed a 9% increase. So I'd like that as a motion, please.
So move.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yay.
Thank you.
But that's what the possibility is, just dropping
Yeah.
the 9%.
We're hoping,
possible.
but-
Yeah, it's not a guarantee, but we're not going over 9%.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, last item is, and again, we had a joint conference call with Columbia Gas today on their next gas line replacement in the village. It'll be Canton Road from the Kroger's intersection out to where they finished up at Meadow Road, the first entrance going north. They'll be doing the side streets, Forest, a little bit on Crawford, Grandview, then Terramana, all of Springdale, and Talbot. They're going to do a tie-in on Caddis Road. That's coming up in the near future. And on Meadow Road, their line is fairly new, but they want to upgrade it to medium pressure, so they have to do some more testing. If it's okay to upgrade, there'll be no work done. If it's not okay, then they will be digging up Meadow and installing new lines on that now. But right now, they think that line's okay. They'll be able to safely upgrade it to medium pressure. They're proposing this will start sometime in the first quarter. It's going to be weather dependent. They have their communications director. She's the one who effected this call and meeting. They will be sending out in the near future letters to all the residents explaining this. She will have her phone number on it. So and she's going to send me a copy of the letter also, so I'll be able to provide it to everyone here. So whether the residents call us, we can either answer it or refer their questions to her. She's in Columbus, I believe. And we also have a couple local people we deal with also that are going to be getting us the maps when they're finalized for this project. She did not give me an end date on it, but it's approximately 17,000 feet they're replacing, and then there's another 2,700 feet there on Meadow that may or may not be replaced. And then we talked about, again, for paving purposes, my plans to do the water line project in Moon Valley and Rex. Hopefully, if we get that grant, that will start sometime late summer, early fall next year, and finish up paving maybe summer of 2022. They're hoping to do the gas lines in Moon Valley and Rex the first quarter of 2022. So that'll tie in nicely. There may be a little bit of jiggling there on the schedules, but at least they'll be in, the water lines will be in, the sewer lines will be in, the gas lines will be in, then the streets will be paved, which is what we like to happen. So they're very happy to be working this way and knowing what we're going to pave, and we're trying to find out what some of their proposed projects are, so we're not doing something and they come by a year later and tear it up. So far, we've been working pretty well with that, but I'll have more updates on that as we get closer, and, when she sends out that letter, we'll make it available to everyone on council also.
One start date, Walt?
We don't know. It'll
Okay.
be sometime in the first quarter. Again, some of this is going to be weather dependent, so they don't have a firm date yet.
So with the gas line project from Kroger's all the way out to the Napa, okay, is there any other street project that's affected with this or anything, or should be done? So you're not going to do a street project if
Well,
there is one
I
in
have
that area.
Grandview on the paving.
Yes, right.
For next year.
But that's going to happen
Grandview and
after this
Winters
if
Drive.
it wraps up.
No, because we don't have a grant for that. So we'll be able to pick the time we want
Okay.
to pave it. So if they get done with Grandview early, we may be able to pave it early along with Winters.
Yeah, we don't have to wait till July because we're not going to get grants for that.
Right.
So
Okay.
we'll be open right away. The other thing, again, was we spoke to the gas company, and Walt's going to look into this. There are other municipalities and villages that have ordinances based on a percentage of a road that's been destroyed once a road has been paved within a certain time frame, that they have to repave the entire road, the utility company. So we need to find that, and we need to put that into our ordinances.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
as we told them, we're tired of them coming and tearing up our roads after we've repaved them. So I know there are ordinances out there for other communities. Walt's going to look into that, and I'd really like to have that passed and approved by Q1 of next year. Okay?
That sounds good, because that helps us out.
Anything else?
And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, I have one other thing. I'm going to look at my calendar on my phone, okay? The Christmas lighting. I'd like it to be the weekend of December 18th. The council will go out and pick lights. Being that this is with COVID, and I've seen a lot of people have been decorating more, I would ask for you to get in, as many picks as you can in a list. And usually we give 7 away at $50. I would like to give 10 away this year at $50. So to try to get more winners based on larger participation this year. So like a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
When do they need to be in by?
I would like your picks in by the 21st.
By the 21st.
So we're picking 10 people?
Like just pick like 10 or so. I mean, we'll try to pick the top 10 from everybody's list. I mean, it's
You're going to have some repeats, just so you know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We usually do, and it's a challenge to figure it out. But if it's anything close, you know what I mean? We're going to go to 10. That's what I was hoping. So,
Okay.
motion to approve that in the budget, so it'd be basically a $500 cost.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron? Mr. Maturin?
Yay.
Hey, we have not heard from, I would guess, the Christmas party was canceled. Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard nothing.
I guess it was canceled because we have not been asking for any money for the Ray LeMan Christmas Fund. I just want to just get everybody's in mind of that, since we're not going to be sending them $500 this year. That next year I'm going to probably ask for $1,000, so we can at least give them $1,000 for next year. So hopefully make that a better party for them next year, since the one won't be having one this year. Okay. That's all I have. Chief, did you have anything tonight? No. Okay. Thank you. Anything for the administration we might have missed? Seeing none, we'll go to, is there no unfinished business either? We'll go to new business. Mr. Maturin.
In light of Mr. Morelli talking about and yourself talking about a one-way move on church, just discuss it in ordinance, pavement, destruction kind of ordinance. Also, I had a quick 5-minute meeting with Art. I remember us doing ordinances on parking. I guess that needs finalized.
We
we-
passed that.
Those we passed. That's,
Yeah, I thought we passed that.
Yeah, that's.
And didn't we update the one too on the uniforms? Remember how the officer uniform allowance was like $250 in the thing, but it was really $500?
No.
No.
That has not been.
We have not. There's several ordinance I think that we discussed but may not have finalized. So let's call an ordinance committee at some point, and that's.
all I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask you this, trying to be polite here. I think we need to really limit these meetings for the next couple of months. I don't think there's anything there that's urgent that needs to be done in the next few months. I just think we should get through this COVID period for 3 months and then bring those back up. It's just, I'm just trying to limit everybody's exposure and time together.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's on the to-do list. Then make sure
Yes.
to put it on unfinished business or
absolutely.
whatever at this
Yeah.
point.
We'll get if you could think about what those are, make sure we get those to Walt to put them on. And I just asked if we try to hold off to maybe February or something. I just think it's so bad right now. I don't even want to be here as long as we are here tonight, but I think that'd be great if we could.
Sure, Walt. I'll give you an email next
Yeah,
week
so
and
I'll
try
start
to
a list.
bullet point it down. I'll forward it off to. Let me see. It's Gail and Dr. Ross. So I'll track down your emails too and bullet point those out to you as well. The only other thing I really got is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody.
Ms. Dameron?
Yeah, a couple things. Welcome back to Mr. Martin. I'm happy that you are feeling better and able to join us.
Thank you.
Second of all, I want to commend the Steubenville and Wintersville Police Departments on their diligent cooperation on the investigation apprehension, of the individuals who are alleged to be responsible for the multiple vehicle thefts in the area. Thirdly, I read an article in the paper the other day about the city of Follinsby, getting new streetlights with COVID funds. And I was wondering if there was anything that we could address for the village along a similar path. Thinking garbage cans even on corners or something, because that's still something that can be considered COVID related, because you want to make sure that disposal of the PPE is addressed and not thrown on the street. And so I just thought I would bring that up and see if there's anything we could do in reference to that. If they can address replacement of streetlights with COVID funds, we should be able to do something.
That doesn't make it right. I want to
understand.
caution everyone, that is not a COVID-related expense, and they're going to be called to task on it to pay it back. And we've been trying to be very careful that we don't put ourselves in that position. But you can look. I would think receptacles or something for garbage would be covered. I would not have an issue with that. The only issue I have is we have limited time to spend these funds. So if you want to pass an ordinance, or if you want to pass something tonight that authorizes this village to go out and try to secure these with the COVID money that we have available, I'm okay with that. But we can't do that without a motion here. So if you want to
Okay,
make that
well, I'd like to
motion.
make a motion,
Why don't we-
proceed with that.
Go ahead. What are we making in the motion on? What are we spending?
Authorizing the village to use COVID funds to find, see if there's any trash receptacles that we could put out inside the village for people to dispense of trash and
Okay, yeah,
COVID.
that's all.
I mean, I have no issue with that, but I guess on the record, make sure we have authorization.
Yeah. I'll second that.
Second?
Yeah.
Okay, comments, questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mattern?
Yeah.
I don't know how soon we have to send that back, because the auditors would tell us.
We can get,
As long as we get
price
let's try to get a
invoice,
price in
yes.
very quickly.
Yes.
Because we have to send the check back to the auditors, which Denise will be asked to do at some point here.
How much have we spent and how much are we looking to send back?
Well,
we'd have to gather that.
I mean, as far as
Our
what we got
last
left, and maybe the first
distribution-
question might be
Our
low.
last distribution was over 15,000, like 15,700. What we've been doing, though, rather than having to send anything back, is letting the fire district.
We have purchased things for the fire district in the last 2 meetings. So we're allowed to purchase things for them that are COVID related and donate it to them. We've done that. We purchased a water vehicle, a truck that's sanitizable inside, keeps our employees separate so they're not riding together. So we were able to do that. We've had this building cleaned, top to bottom, venting cleaned as well. So we've been spending it all on COVID money, or COVID dollars on those expenses that were allowed. But we've had to be very careful because we don't want to be in a position where the federal government says this was not qualified, return it back.
What about
The other
other
thing
buildings?
we're able to get is some of the employees that were out for 7 to 14 days, we're able to get their salaries or their fees to covered, which we've done. So again, it's so vague, but you've got to be very careful. And that's what the auditor of Ohio has said. One, it's very vague, be careful, make sure you document it, make sure you tell why you did it, how it was covered, and you get council's approval. He said typically if all of those things fall in line, we'll be okay. But he said he can't even guarantee it. He said because the federal government made this so difficult.
Did we do our other buildings cleaning? Can we do that, some of the money? If we might want to do it, instead of just giving the money away to the fire department.
We bought some backpack spraying sanitizers
Which we've been doing.
to clean the garage. We've cleaned the common areas.
Vehicles?
And they spray those down
Yes.
every week. So we've bought plenty of that stuff and are doing that. To clean the garage is virtually impossible to sanitize that. That just
Okay, and
doesn't make any sense.
that's street vehicles what about the police vehicles?
You'll have to ask the chief.
Did you get your vehicles cleaned?
We got the sanitizer, the backpack sanitizer, just like, the other departments, and we are using those.
They're using the machines that we purchased with COVID money, doing exactly what the fire department's doing with their vehicles. So we did.
Okay.
We did purchase that.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the question.
Yes.
Okay.
What about phone soap? Would those be feasible, the UV cleaners for cell phones? Would those be something that would be feasible to be used for COVID funds? It's called phone soap.
If it's a cleaning supply for COVID, yes.
Might be
Yes.
something, I know that we've issued cell phones to the employees of the village, correct? That might be something worth checking into. It's called phone soap. It's a UV phone cleaner, charger, sanitizer.
I mean, Mr. Martin, we received so much money that it's no way possible that this village could have spent it. Okay? Again, we had 60,000 in 2 checks, and then we ended up with another 60,000. We were like close to 130,000, all right? So instead of, we're doing everything we can to use it to really what needs to be done, not just to be excessive.
Is there anything you could?
And we also
Councilman?
reached out to the fire department to assist them because they don't have the same type of funding, but we're able to do that for them. And, we did that because we don't want to return this money. So we want to keep it and use it and spend it in this village.
Go ahead. Laptops for the
Okay?
laptops for the councilman up here.
No, that's not covered, but we did buy some laptops for remote workers when they had to go work remote. So we did buy some, but nice try. But
Try.
some people up here wouldn't know how to use them, so it's probably best. All right? All right, thank you. Anything else? Ms. Jean Angel.
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Becker.
Nothing.
Dr. Ross.
I'd like to welcome Robbie back to the council, and I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Mr. Spence.
Glad to see Robbie back, though, to cut down on the space that I was utilizing.
I don't think you need my space.
Huge shout out to all law enforcement guys who took part in the Shop with a Cop. Meant a lot to the kids and the families, and wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and stay safe.
Mr. Martin.
Yeah, I got a couple of things. I want to thank the village when I was off for, what they sent out to me. I appreciate that. And I want to thank Mr. Merriman. I think he called me probably every week, checking on me, and I really appreciate that. Along with the mayor and Dr. Ross. My phone, was pretty busy, and makes me feel good just to know you guys are thinking about me. And I want to thank the police officers for, I've seen them on TV. They, their fine job they did, especially when it comes to apprehending somebody, you know, that just makes your whole force looks good. So keep up the good work, Art, and you and the team down there. So that makes the village looks pretty good, even though I hate to see those things happen in the village, you know, but when it does, you guys are right on it, and I appreciate that very much. And other than that, I got maybe one more comment to make. My team took a loss this week that the mayor better enjoy, because it won't be able to happen again in the future. So Walt, me and you took a shellacking, but we'll be back. So that's what I have.
It was a great sports week, I got to tell you.
Yeah, for you.
Motion to pay the bills.
So move.
Second.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. Spence?
Yay.
Dr. Ross?
Yay.
Mrs. Dameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mallory?
Yay.
Motion to adjourn to our next meeting, which will be January 7th at 7 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, thank you, meeting adjourned.